Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the T.A.C. SMP, and today we are getting into some shenanigans. First things first here, we have completely revamped the mechanism auto crafting stuff here because we were causing a lot of tick rate issues with the laser IO setup, so I've actually eliminated quite a few of the transfer of items and everything here, so it looks a little bit more compact. Of course, there is, a whole bunch of universal pipes under this one and this one, but we're not using a lot of different pipes here. We are kind of just keeping this a little bit more simple than what we had it. This still functions pretty quickly, but yeah, we were causing some issues. So that should be better. Also, quickly, I have kind of worked a little bit. I've added a path to the power generation. I was kind of thinking maybe I branch off that direction, but I'm pretty sure I want to put another building somewhere around here in the future. But let's look in here. So I've got 3 of these advanced generators set up, like I said I was going to, and we have 400 million RF sitting here, 250 here, 250 here, 250 here. So we currently have a little over 750,000 in these 3 generators, and then 400,000 in this one. So yes, we have over a billion RF just kind of sitting around our base right now, which is fantastic. So, what are we going to get into today? Well, I want to get into Powah. Powah is going to be kind of important to storing the energy. Because I don't really want to do mechanisms. I know it's been a minute since I've done mechanism, but, I kind of want to get into Powah. So, Powah. We've kind of got a lot of these recipes set up. First things we're going to need is an energizing orb. And we're also going to need, I think, basic. We'll just go for 10 of these. And let's go for some pipes. We need actual energy pipes than anything else here. Okay. And also, I don't think these stack, hence why I didn't actually take all 10 of them. All right. And we're just going to kind of put this over here for right now. We might move it in the future, but for right now. Okay. So let's kind of just get a grid of these, and I might only need 9 of these instead of 10, but we can make this work. Oh, I can't put these here. I actually need power cables, don't I? Which is fine. I just kind of forgot about that. Yeah, okay. So, um, they only attach to certain blocks, and I kind of forgot that was a thing. But yeah, we'll use some power cables. I believe they can attach to like the laser IO stuff, but I'm not even going to worry about setting that up right now. Also, while we're doing this, I quickly want to mention the reason why I moved all of the laser IO stuff. If you guys didn't watch the last FTB Skies video, the reason is because it was causing a lot of tick rate issues, and tick rate basically allows for the server to run smoothly in a sense. You won't have ghost blocks or, a period of time to wait for a block to break. When the tick rate's good, it means there's not going to be a lot of those kind of like issues. And there's a few other differences like doors and things being a little bit slower, beacons not firing properly in their animation, they don't rotate smoothly, and a few other odds and ends throughout. And yeah, that was causing a lot of it. And whenever I was loading this area, the other members were experiencing that issue. So I had to get that solved quite quickly. And I actually haven't been on the server until today, really, today and yesterday. So I haven't been able to do as much as I want to, but we are back. We are kind of trying to get this going here. And we're actually going to use laser IO here because we need to be able to count how many items are going in here. So let's quickly grab our card holder. And we are just going to simply put this here. We're going to say on the down direction in a second. Let's grab a counting filter. Okay. And I believe we want gold, 1 piece of this, and an iron ingot. Okay. So down, input, and then we're going to do counting filter. We're only going to want 1. Oh, and 1. Okay. And then we're going to actually want to grab a network. Which block is this? This is... Where's it at on the right side? Negative 427, 76, 493. Okay, so we're just going to have to keep that in mind because this is the one we're going to use. Let's just grab some andesite real quick. Okay. We're actually going to just put this right here. I think in the floor for right now. Let me get that set up. Alrighty. So we've got the crafter here. And I think all we want to do is just grab a chest. Gold will be fine. And we're just going to place this direction. And then a laser node. So we're going to need one more laser node. And these aren't doing a lot of complex operations. That's the biggest thing with the old system is I was doing a lot in one area, in one node. And then I had 15 nodes and, well, actually 30 on each wall. Actually 60 in most of this. Maybe a little bit less with the enriched obsidian one. This one here, yeah, this whole thing had a little bit less, but then of course this one, and this one all had what, 30, 30, 30. Yeah, so it got a little bit insane, but it's fixed. We're good. Just make sure I'm not using as many as I did previously. That's kind of the thing. And then we're going to transfer. I don't really think it matters. And also, this was an issue. I had speed ticks 1 on all of those cards, and that does add up. You know, you live and you learn. I've never played on a multiplayer server with mods, so it's definitely a learning experience for me, as well as quite a few other members. So it's good to know things to do in the future. Maybe there's some optimizations in the future with some of these mods, but one can only hope, right? So we want to craft Powah hardened steel. Or hardened? What is it called? It's this right here. Oh, energized steel. That's what we're looking for. So this is the recipe. We're just going to take this. Okay, so we're going to put it in this crafter. And what should happen is we should be able to craft up energized steel. Let's do 128. Just stress test this thing. We shouldn't have any problems. So, I mean, I just immediately say that and I forget to actually make an output here. And what we could do, I think I want to do this, is not break that. Goodness gracious. Okay. Is I want to go down here. And we're going to put covers and stuff here. There's actually already a cover right here. But we're going to run cable. There's definitely, we could do entangled blocks here, but I kind of want to mess with this a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting than just entangled blocking everything. You know, I don't want to use it too much. There's certain occasions that I will use it, but not every occasion. And then we can do this. So this, only whitelist that. And then we can actually just straight cover this with the blocks we picked up. So let's grab some stone. Let's grab some gravel. Let's grab some andesite. We'll put this here, this. And then we can put a cover back on that one. And that one. All right. So this is working. And also, we could put a cover on this one, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit more complicated to do that one. We'll give it a minute once this is complete. There we go. I put some speed and stack upgrades in it. Now it's firing. Fantastic. So what we're going to do now is actually work on setting up multiple of these. Not multiple of this variation, but there we go. Perfect. multiple of these Powah things because we also need to get several other materials. We need to get blazing crystal, which requires blaze rods. I believe blaze rods is what we have, right? We don't have blaze powder. Yeah, so blaze rods, and that'll give us blazing crystals. We also need the niotic, the spirited, and this is diamond, this is emerald, and then nitro. Nitro is going to be one that we're going to have to automate sooner or later. But I'm pretty sure I want to make a wither builder from industrial foregoing, which is going to lead into a whole bunch of shenanigans. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build all of these really fast off camera, just basically copying this. I'm going to upgrade the actual energizing rods on every one of these to the highest tier we can. Once I get there, I think for right now we could actually grab the hardened. I need 18 of these. Actually, I probably just grab a whole stack of these because they will be used, right? Oh, nope, wrong one. They all look the same. And we'll just go for this. 64 of these. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get all of this stuff set up. And yeah, it's just going to be counting upgrades, making sure we got all that. I might try. Yeah, let's make several of these because if I want to make like a whole bunch of different recipes, having multiple is going to be a better option. Be right back. Alrighty, so we have Powah fully automated, max tier cables, max tier energy rods or energizing rods, and everything is cruising here. So it looks like we're having some issues here. Why are you not able to fire? I need to make sure. Okay, yes. So this was a thing that I did not fully fix. But if we actually have a power wrench set onto link mode, which you just shift right click in the air, and you can right click the orb or the actual rod and then the orb to actually link these. And I did just place these, so I didn't actually look at the configuration for this. But I love the fact that you can actually see the lasers and where everything is pointing. So we'll have to fix this real fast. So it looks like everything is pointing in the right direction. That's how you're able to kind of make these more compact. I could have put them closer together in all honesty, but I like how this looks. So everything should have been through, done. And what that was actually crafting here is 4 energy cells. So I went ahead and I killed probably a good like 30 withers. And let's look at stars here. So I have 50 left. I think I had about 90 in here. But I've been just kind of crafting and testing and making sure everything is working. And everything is working. So that's a fantastic thing. So let's come in here. Let's knock these out, I'm pretty sure. So the other thing that we can take into account here is that we are only transferring 32,000 FE a tick. And this is actually not enough for me. And since we actually have access to Powah and the cables, where are they at here? These nitro actually output 1 million FE a tick, which is absolutely absurd, but I want that. I want to be able to output that much power just because I think it'd be fun. Genuinely, there's no other reason. Let's take, actually, no, let's keep that. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. And I kind of want to put power into this through a cable. So let's, what's the output on this? I don't even know. I would think I would be able to, okay, hold on. So let's go west, right? No, north, okay. North, receive, and then south, let's go, hold on, I'm trying to think. Extract, okay. And then let's go this direction. And we don't need to set this, I'm pretty sure, but that's okay. And then this is going to be, it'll be fine, I think. So if we set this here, and we say up, extract, power surge, limits, all that stuff. And then I do this. And I set this to push, push. Or no, pull. Pull's what I want. Those arrows are kind of deceiving in the menu. Okay. And then we're just going to straight push. Straight push. It's been a minute since I've used Powah's cables, honestly. And let's make sure we have that. Let's go here. And power generation and power transfer should be taken care of. Let's quickly grab just like 10 more of these if we can. Should be pretty quick. There we go. Okay. So this middle one is 400 million. What is this? 2 billion. Holy cow. And I made 4 of them. Okay. I don't think I need that many, but, you know, we'll go with it. So north. Right? That's what I want. I just want to make sure that this one is pushing into this one. So it looks like we are getting a pretty decent chunk of power. Where is all this power going? No idea. That's okay. But this is functioning, right? I probably should just replace this center one with a nitro one. But I think for right now we are good. Let's check everything here. Yeah, so there is still 250,000. And how much are we outputting on these? Only 11,000? Is there like an energy cap on these? I'm assuming. Okay, let's hook this and this. This might just get a little crowded. Right? Because I just want to push as much as we can out of these. I don't want these to have an internal buffer right now. Okay, so this is filling. This is actually halfway full. Almost. So this is, I mean, this is fantastic. This is like extreme power generation. Extreme. And I might actually, instead of this, let's, oh no, I can't remove that. Let's get rid of these. And I'm actually just going to grab a couple more flux plugs. Because I don't think it's side dependent on these at least. So let's grab, what, 16? I think. Oh, we actually need flux blocks as well. So I want 4 of those. So we're going to grab 16 of these. Probably need more of those, but it's okay. Okay, and then let's just set the priority on all of these to the highest, because these are like priority. We want these to basically be always running, always pulling as much as they possibly can. Even if there is no need for them to pull, I want them to be able to pull. So, okay. Fantastic. I still don't know why this one is like emptying. Let's just set this to receive and extract and all that stuff. I think it might pull from this center one. So let's just set this to extract on both sides or on all sides. And then on up. Hold on. Receive on all sides other than up. Right? Okay. That's better. So that way we are always just kind of pushing into the center one no matter what. But yeah, I mean, we're only using like 11,000 RF. And how much are we generating per tick? hold on, I gotta think about this. 50,000 FE a tick. We've got 3 of these, so we're producing 150,000 FE a tick. We're only using 11,000. That is absolutely insane. And I mean, even if we go... Hold on. I gotta try something. Nitro crystals. Let me actually look at these real quick. So, the nitro crystal requires 20 million FE to actually produce. Okay? So, I'm going to quickly craft up 64 of these, which you get 16 per, by the way. Keep that in mind. This is only going to be like a few operations. So we're going to start this. We're going to immediately look at this. So you can see that this is flickering. It looks like it's hitting 100,000, 400,000. Yeah. So, I mean, that is drawing power, but it's not even, like, affecting it. Like, yeah, this one's draining pretty good, but then this one's not doing anything. So, yeah, we're good. We don't need to worry about 20 million FE draw at all. Okay. And then everything over here ran smoothly. Awesome. Okay, everything's cleared. Everything looks awesome. I want to make sure that I actually put speed and stack upgrades in here. I did. Okay, fantastic. Just needed to make sure. That does slow down this quite a bit. And then I'm going to run a profiler from Observable real quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So yeah, this, I mean, the laser IO stuff is, of course, using, you know, a decent piece of the tick, but nothing too extreme. Of course, these are, I know that for a fact, but you can see that this is all green. If I can find it, I'll quickly pull up a shot of what this looked like before, where Fallen went through and he did this. And he saw a lot of red throughout here. Another thing we can check real quick is Forge TPS. Make sure we're actually still decent. Because I'm trying to be a little bit more, you know, better off. So yeah, we are 20, which is fantastic. So let's just turn that overlay off. And we are good. So, what next? After that, I think we kind of need to get into Industrial Foregoing. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm actually going to do a tech mod off camera. And the reason being is because I've done it so many times. And if you guys are looking for tutorials, there are plenty out there to do it. I will be just doing that between this episode and next, because I think I'm just going to do this for now. We're going to wrap up this episode. We've automated Powah, and we've got way too much power in the actual grand scheme of things. And we're not really using anything to do this power system. This is all purely generated at the source. That's just awesome. Basically, we are using the power provided by the system to then generate more power resource or fuel to actually then generate more power. I love it. I do want to look into mechanism in the future. I don't think I've ever actually looked at the mech suit or anything of that sort. I mean, we could even take a peek at what this requires. This would require us to get into the reactor, I believe. I think we need, yeah, we need polonium. And also, the induction cells require lithium. So that's boilers and stuff. And I don't think, I mean, we also have industrial contraptions in here, which also adds armor. Which is like the carbon chest plate and the quantum chest plate, which is like antimatter and a few other things. Let's see, what is all involved in here? So it looks like, yeah, we've got the carbon, the advanced machine blocks, which is advanced alloys, and a whole bunch of other shenanigans. I think I want to go for the mech suit. I've never messed with it, and I know there are modules. Oh, there's also modular force fields. I forgot about that. Mechanism. These white things right here, these Frostwalker units, I think they're just called units, right? But these are modules, come from the module base, and there's a lot of them. Of course, a lot of these require polonium, but there's like the vein mining unit, Frostwalker unit. Basically, there's your enchants, in a sense. I don't really need a lot of these, but here's like one from this add-on for Ad Astra, the Space Fireproof unit, which is pretty cool. Gravity Normalizing unit. A whole bunch of just fantastic things we could look at. I mean, I really have no idea what we'd be fully doing with it, but I think I would want to give that a look this season, because I've only ever messed with the machines and mechanism. I've never really taken a look at the armor or tools even. The Atomic Disassembler, I think that's the first season I've ever actually used this in, and I don't think we really have any other like armor sets that are like appealing, right? I mean the quantum suit would be pretty cool, but we're gonna have to do a whole new generation of power and a few other things with that, which I'm not opposed to. We also have the pneumatic chest plate, which I personally don't like pneumatic craft. It's not a terrible mod. It is an absolutely fantastic mod, don't get me wrong. But there is a lot of setup for very, very little reward, I think. I mean, yes, you've got the whole drone system and everything, and you can do item transfer, but there's better item transfer methods. I mean, maybe. Maybe we'll look at that. You know what? Before we wrap up this episode, I do want to mention something. So let's just slash home. I've set up an auto trader system, and I completely forgot to mention it. If you don't know what an auto trader system is, let's go take a peek. It is this right here. So I've taken two of my villagers, which are the Scavenger 3 and Fortune 3, and they are receiving books and emeralds. And whenever their trades are back in stock, they will, of course, be traded for. And the Fortune is up to 4,339 points. And the reason I want Fortune, I really don't need Scavenger. I kind of just was looking at this. If we actually pop this guy out for a second and take these items, I don't think he really has anything that I want any longer. Scavenger's just kind of one of those things that I wanted a little bit of, but nothing too much. So I think we could actually pop him out. But we'll look at other villagers here in a little while. Or I will, off camera probably. But Fortune. And we're going to use Fortune and Efficiency to get the formation planes. Refined storage is formation plane. Deconstruction plane. This thing right here, Destructor. And we're going to place blocks, the ore blocks that we have from the miner builder, and then break them with a significant fortune. Or actually, no, I can't do that, can I? Because these require fortune upgrades. I was thinking of applied energistics. So maybe we'll have to get into applied energistics, ladies and gentlemen. Subsystem with another system. I'm fine with that. And with that, I think we're actually going to wrap up this episode, because that will give us some ideas. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one, where we'll mess around with those ideas. Thank you guys. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one, where we will be getting into several things, because I'm going to be doing Industrial Foregoing off camera and recapping that in the next episode. And then, of course, we are going to then get into wither building, wither killing. And then I think what we'll also do, of course, is get into AE2 a little bit. So that way we can actually kind of start getting the formation planes and the, what are the other ones called? Actually, we don't even need to worry about what those are called, because we can actually just import them into our system and then put a constructor from refined storage, which pulls from our system and then breaks into the AE2 system, which then can storage bus into a chest. That chest then can be thrown into the ore system that we're going to be using to quadruple, I believe, which is using Industrial Foregoing. So that's going to be fantastic. We are going to be doing that on camera. The only thing I'm going to be doing with Industrial Foregoing off camera is the latex processing unit, the tree fluid extractors, everything like that, that whole system, whole setup, the dissolution chambers. We're basically going to come back and be able to auto-craft all of that. So thank you guys. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.